to do something, Terry and me, and we
Yeah.
haven't been able to. Now we're doing it.
There we go.
Yay. And here we are. We're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
So, yeah. So tonight, we have Diana Bowles, oil painter, and a special guest, Jeff from Tarot Ass Backwards. So thank you. Bow to you. Yeah. Yeah. I always watch my UK royalty and
Right.
bowing and curtsying and yeah.
Well, and now we're doing a square dance because it's bow to your partner, bow to the
Yes, we
corners.
Yep.
Yay,
Yeah.
gang's all here.
It's actually fun to square dance.
Yeah.
It's interesting because you're dancing with the whole group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Hi,
welcome.
Inferno.
Yeah. Hi, Evan. Evan Furno. I like that name. I like their picture too, the dragon and Cosmic Orphan. So tonight Allie is not feeling well. She will be in the chat, I think. And Callie Healer will be back again. She was having some technical difficulties. Jen, I do have your beautiful picture and vision. And we are going to do that as well. So we have a couple of things coming in. Tonight it's all about dreams, visions, and apparitions. So, or appearances, whichever you prefer. So please, if you've got questions or anything that you want to talk about, throw it in there. And Jeff, what about you? Do you have any dreams or things going on?
Lately, yeah. They don't make a lot of sense. Sometimes they're situational, where I'm in a soap opera I used to watch.
Oh, I love that.
Or I'm on a highway, and I've had this one a lot, where I'm not driving, I'm running. But other cars are going around too, and it's it looks like one of those 5-lot parking lots, and it never really stops. But it's never a bad thing. Like, I never wake up from it. I don't know what it means. So there have been, lately I've been coming back to it, but I notice if I have to set the ritual in the intention to go to sleep early, cut the caffeine off by 2, because my body and my guides, for whatever reason, don't react well to caffeine. I don't think, but I need it to deal with what I'm doing. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Callie just said they're still troubleshooting.
Okay. No worries. And if she wants to come on, and we'll just paste a picture of her and she can talk over it. That's cool too.
I'll
Hi, Kelly, Mystic Next Door. So do you feel like you're moving on up?
I think so. I think so. Since I've done a lot of the work. Hi, Kevin Lewis. Since I've done a lot of the work I'm supposed to do, as far as clearing, and meditating, because of you.
Oh, thank you.
and a lot of the hits I got off your shows, but I don't. I feel like the leveling is there where it wasn't before. Now, if I could just kick the food, I'd be good.
Yeah. I always relate everything back to seeing things that Deepak or somebody says to me, but I remember him one time talking about stuff, and he said, just be cool with yourself. Just do it in small increments and not to worry, because a lot of times if we're very sensitive and we come into this body in this dimension, it's not easy for everybody. And sometimes it's the more highly evolved souls that come in that have something with drugs or alcohol. I mean, the 27 Club, look at them.
All the people who died at 27. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, Leah says, Jeff, I found that drinking warm water helps flush out toxins.
Warm water. Okay.
Nettle tea. Stinging nettle tea is really good for getting rid of the toxins. And one of the things about coffee is when you drink a cup, you still have some of the caffeine the next day just from one cup. So
Oh, really? Yeah.
it begins to build up in your body as a whole week goes by, as a whole month, as a whole year. So, like if you can limit yourself to half a cup a day, that's really hard. Or take a break for a couple of days. Even if you drink caffeinated tea, it's still less than what a coffee has. So,
Oh, I love my coffee. My
yeah.
2 cups of coffee in the
Yeah.
morning. I gotta say, I'm like really bad about it.
Well, sometimes I skip a whole month,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just
Wow.
depends on what my guys are telling me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they just turn the flavor off. They turn the desire off. I don't.
Oh,
What
yeah.
helps me drink less of it is not putting cream in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Taking that out of the equation, I can limit myself to one, and drink it black. But I was always fearful because people told me if I didn't cut it, you'd be more likely to get an ulcer,
Oh, I
which
didn't
might
know
be a
that
myth.
either.
Yeah.
Well, and it's high in acid, and it's the kind of acid that makes, um, if you're in a painful situation, if you have joint pain, arthritis, all of that stuff, it adds to that. It's the caffeine adds to that. Just like sugar does, anything that creates that acidic temperament within your stomach.
I do
I
my
noticed that.
coffee. Oh, I do my coffee with cacao, cinnamon, and a bit of honey and some milk.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes with cream. Because it's so yummy. That's like my little dessert for breakfast. Anyway, decaffeinated with a little evaporated milk, White Dragon. Yeah. Oh, no, you don't, Garnet. You've got an old coffee percolator, electric. I love
Oh, I
that.
love that, right? Is it Corningware? Because they're really hot.
Yeah. And I like the ones that go on top of the stove too. Those old
Yeah.
time percolators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A camp percolator.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Definitely. So I had a dream last week and I shared it with you, Diana, and I can't remember what country we were in.
Albania.
Albania. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. There it is.
I love this. When you've got an artist that joins you in your dreams and you
Wow.
can get it all.
Right?
That's so beautiful,
Oh,
Diana.
girlfriend, we were busy.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us your half of it, and then I'll tell you my half of it.
Okay. My half of it was, as usual, I'm always looking for a new place to move to. I'm always looking at housing. So I'm looking at, and I think that's me, that I'm always looking at different things. Pitter patter brain, pitter patter. I'm always looking. And it interests me. Anyway, there were all these men around and they were a little bit dark, a little bit swarthy. And like they were maybe Albanian, maybe, I don't know. I don't know where they were from, but they were kind of Arcturian, I gotta say. So that's kind of what I felt, that they were trying to be human. But anyway, they were everywhere I went. But they were fine. They didn't give me a hard time or anything. So you go on. That's all I got.
Okay, so I had this dream the night of the 3rd into the morning of the 4th. My mother's birthday is November 3rd. So there were Poniatowskis showing up everywhere in this dream. But, oh, wait, I wrote down Slovenia. I said Albania, but I wrote down Slovenia.
Close enough. It's
Yeah,
another
exactly.
Anna.
Same in the same.
That's
part of the
Melania,
world.
where she's from, right? Yeah.
And so we were on ancient streets, right? Cobblestone everywhere. Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of feminine divine energy everywhere.
Yeah.
There were crowded streets. They were narrowed. They were filled with people. Lots of women were there, in spite of there being like one man per one woman, right? So
Mhm.
then in the center of the town, there was a small chapel, like it was just open all the time. And there were two bell towers on this thing. And then we had, this is so weird. I accidentally saw a blonde woman nude from the waist up with her back to me in a love bed. And then she turned
Wait,
her face around and it was one of my cousins.
what is the love bed, Diana?
Well, I think she was having an affair.
Oh, a love bed. Okay.
And then
All
there
right.
was, remember the dream that I had with the whole band, the guitar and the accordion, and the one guy had a horn and a violin, and the door kept opening, and there were roses on this door, and it was invisible to see, but then it opened and people walked through them. So the violinist and the guitar player showed up. It was their faces. The guy with the hat when he was dancing. And this time there was this beautiful woman was dancing, right? Gypsy fashion, to say.
Oh,
And the funny thing about her hair was that she was definitely not earthling. Her hair was like, came down just like a part like this, almost like Cousin It, right? And it was black and it was beautiful and it was wavy. And the next day, which really, I got up in the middle of the night, and the next day was definitely the 4th, because now I'm back to sleep, and she comes back the next day. And she had shaved one side of her head and cut this where it looked like Dracula, only still
Oh,
way down low. Okay.
yeah.
And so it was a skull like haircut on this side, except for where it was shaved. And then the other side was really, really long. And I looked at her and said, "Oh my God, what did you do to your hair? Do you miss it?" "Yes, I miss it. I'm sorry I did this." But she was with one of those swarthy men who were dragging her. "Don't talk to her, come along with me." And in the middle of the street was this cart, but there were no flowers on it. There was nothing on it. It was just an empty cart.
Wow.
So even I don't know what all of this means, but the streets had those archway doors when you open them, even if it wasn't a chapel, it had a chapel's doors on them. It was pretty interesting. And then there was another day, but
Oh my gosh.
you were there. People that I knew kept coming and going ever so quickly. But because of that sense that they were not earthlings,
Yeah.
they fleeted. It was just a quick image in and a quick image gone.
Yeah. They were everywhere. They were
Uh-huh.
everywhere.
Uh-huh. So White Dragon, what do you got to say about that one?
Yeah. Lisa says it sounds like a Doobie Brothers festival. Something's happening,
With
doesn't it,
mushrooms,
Lisa?
right? Microdosing.
Everybody's so happy. we were in the same dream, Kelly, and it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And White Dragon says, "Oh, I have done much crazier than that, Lady Di."
Well, yeah, you've got the Athena, so I know.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Driving that Athena everywhere. Akila B24 is here. Hi, Akila. And Akila has the new channel, everybody. That's really lovely. She was on with Jean this week, Sun Psychic Jean. So
Ah,
yeah.
How did you miss that one?
I just saw it today.
Must
So
have been the day I was cleaning the basement.
there you go. That's what that'll get you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anybody that has any questions, go ahead and put them in, and I've started a few, and we have a few that were emailed to us, and I'm going to start with those, and they're kind of long, So let's see. Oh, what?
What?
Okay, Paul's here, but he may not stay for the whole thing. Okay, Paul, we'll see you later. Okay. Whoa. Huh. All right. I think some of these got discontinued. So I'm going to go with this one. CJ.
Okay.
Hello, CJ. There was a Native American singing, playing the drum. He was calling out names of the people he saw. He didn't see me until I stepped in the glow of the fire. Then there's another part to that one. Oh, maybe that is a different one. Okay.
I think maybe two different ones, maybe two different
Okay.
dreams.
Okay, CJ. Okay, so we'll get this one first. Oh, and I think that's a different CJ too. Is it? No, it's the same
No,
CJ.
It's the same.
I can't see the picture.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So CJ, you had a dream. Let's go ahead and do the Native American because that's the first one we picked. There was a Native American singing, playing the drum. He was calling out names of the people he saw. He didn't see me until I stepped into the glow of the fire. Is that all of it, CJ? Let me see. No, two parts and I have them backwards. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, honey. I'm going back. We'll figure it out. Allie's so good at this. Okay. This is where it starts.
Okay.
I had a dream, a beautiful farmhouse that I had. Diana came to visit and we discussed various plants and then sat down and had some tea. Evening came and we walked up a small hill to a bonfire. Now, this is the second part. There was a Native American singing and playing the drum. He was calling out the names of people he saw. He didn't see me until I stepped into the glow of the fire. Okay.
First thing I get is that you, Diana, you and CJ had a past life together.
With this Native American who sings.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I the only thing I want to weigh in with is a song or two to see if you recognize the melody. They're Lakota. So this one is the shoe sharing song, and it's sung from a woman to a man as they're going off on a hunting trip or off to battle, and you give them extra things for the journey. And so it's let's see. Unhinuni uwe hanune. Unhinuni uwe hanune. Unamaneya. Unamaneya. Unhinuni uwe hanune. And you sing that with each item. You give them extra moccasins, you give them a buffalo robe, you give them extra saddle blanket, extra arrows, things that they would need. And the other one is more of a clapping game, and it's sorry, hey yana, oh hallelujah, ya, hey yana. Oh, hallelujah. Hey, 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 na. Oh, hallelujah. Hey, 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 na. Oh, hallelujah. And this is done, you do call out people's names in that one. So I'm just wondering if either of those strike a chord.
Can I just say, yeah, that is so similar to the Kali mantra. Oh Kali, oh Kali, oh Kali, Namaha, Namaha, Namaha.
Namaha. Oh my God, yes. I never even correlated that.
Yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable.
That was
that just
so
gives me
beautiful.
shivers.
And
Yeah.
it definitely resonated with me. But is CJ here? It would be interesting to know.
Yeah.
Oh, she said
Yes.
maybe the second one.
She's here. It's do you want me to redo the second one? This is the second part of it.
Well, she said up there. Oh, I thought maybe when she said maybe the second one, the second song, but maybe it was meaning the message.
So, we could have been Native Americans as they were settling and, like Quanah Parker. We have a home, we have a farmhouse, we're already moving off the reservation and moving into homes. But we would still be doing campfire powwows, et cetera, since you were at a farmhouse.
I'm getting what Mary Thornberry's getting. The first thing I heard was immolation, like coming out of the fire, not really being identified other than someone tied to the land. But instead of being tied to it or someone that invaded it, or feeling the shame but being vindicated because we can all share it together, something like along those lines. It's almost karmic in a way. It's almost something that maybe was brought from another life with this person that had to be, sorted out some way. And maybe it's coming through in dreams now and you're living with this person again. I don't know. Or somebody had something that had to be done to clear this time, and it didn't get cleared the first time, but only when the revelation. And I heard when Diana was singing, the sort of evening of the earth, the sort of leveling, with those calls and those chants, to even, not even a score, but kind of put balance or bring balance back. I kind of feel like that's what that's about to you.
My dogs heard me singing that. They think it's time to go for a WALK. No.
And Mary says it sounds like an initiation. It does, doesn't it? It definitely sounds like something beautiful.
Yeah.
I do feel like you probably know this Native American that was singing. I don't know if it was Annie, but Annie popped into my head. Annie Bear Seven Feather, but it could be somebody else in the tribe. But I feel like it's somebody that you both know, CJ. And for some reason, the Skywalkers keep coming in, like you're Skywalkers, and you're taking care of the whole tribe, and that's the big farmhouse, because the big farmhouse would be like taking care of the whole family.
And it's Quanah Parker's house that I'm seeing, and he had lots of people living there aside from 100 brides or however many women he had that were considered his wives. But yeah, it's still part of tribal land. It's just he was able to make money and able to bridge the gap between the old and the new.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Based on the cards. Yeah.
I pulled calm. So, your garden's growing. And of course we're talking about coffee, and there's a coffee cup. But but you're definitely growing with the calm and release. So, letting go. But also so much water, so beautiful. A beautiful release of energy.
I pulled a card and I got all paths lead home. And then and then I got forgive and compassion, and almost like it was a ritual that maybe there was some tears and just the love and the forgiveness and the compassion going on. And the last card I got was vulnerability, and that, it maybe, to forgive to forgive somebody, it really sometimes puts you in a vulnerable state to have to do so.
CJ, I don't know how you feel, but when I see my own past lives, I feel that I have spent more time as a Native American than any other life.
Me too.
On earth, any other nationality, if you will.
What'd you get, Jeff?
I got the world. It kind of backs up everything that you got. I'll tell you why. This is the world card, and it's this deck here that I love, the Visions of Life Tarot. This is equivalent to the world in the regular Rider-Waite, and it feels like completion, or, this is ruled by Saturn normally. It feels like the recognition or the idea that something has been fulfilled or created or consecrated. Call it the land, call it whatever you want to. And then I got like the energy that is being sat in was the Seven of Swords or Seven of Cups, not knowing necessarily what to come out of the shadow and come out of the fire and not feel shame, but feel proud of the choice that was made to protect the sacred land with someone else, even if it was the joining of two forces that maybe you wouldn't think of. So I kind of feel like it's this recognition that one of you said we can work together. And then I got the Harvest, which is the Seven of Pentacles. So in the past, there was that work to try to do that. And then I drew as an ending card, because I'm not going to go through a whole Celtic cross on it, but I did draw it. I got the Queen of Swords, which to me is about balance and about the stability and the justice that can come from a solid divine feminine strategy.
Yeah. I love that.
Thank you. I love.
Yeah, it just reaffirmed everything you guys said. So.
Right?
Yeah.
And I really like that deck, Jeff. What's the name of the deck?
It's by Taroko Studios. It's the Visions of Life Tarot.
Taroko.
And I think Taroko is Italy, but the deck originates when it ships from Russia. For some reason. So.
Yeah, there's regular people there too.
Yeah. Lots of mystics, you know that. Okay.
Well, CJ, thanks for the dream.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
CJ. Okay. Let's see. Now we're gonna go in. Let me hide that and take that out. Okay, I'm trying to figure this one out too. This is interesting. Okay. This is a dream that came in, I believe from Froxy Roxy. So the light was from above. There was a body lying on the table, and it was turned on its side, facing away from me and covered from top to bottom in a white sheet, so I could not see a face. The sheet was, I think these might be out of place. The sheet was, oh, it is all backwards. Wait a minute, everybody. Okay, here we go. It's upside down. Okay, I got it. No worries. Hello, beautiful Sherry. And I went on an adventure tonight. We went down the same road. Oh, no, that's CJ. Okay, wait a minute.
Well,
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. This is it. Sorry, guys.
You're fabulous, Terry.
Yeah, you're doing better than me.
It is all okay. Okay, it is all backwards. I was alone in a room, but I couldn't make out any walls. There was a stainless steel table, much like a morgue or hospital. It was dark all around, except for the table, which was lit by a bright white light from above. There was a body lying on the table, but it was turned on its side, facing away from me, covered from top to bottom in a white sheet, so I could not see a face. The sheet was extended from his back to the empty space on the table. Instinctively, I knew the body was naked under the sheet, but I couldn't tell who it was, but I knew it was a man. I was standing about a foot away from him, or from the table, and at the head, and to the right, when all of a sudden I saw all these scorpions running up the sheet in droves from the bottom where his feet were toward the head. I got scared and ran because I didn't want to get any on me. Next thing I knew, I was walking in a lobby to an elevator and I heard crunching under my feet and was stepping on all kinds of scorpions. Sounded like stepping on roaches, I think she said. Yeah. Yeah. And there were other people stepping on them too. I'm sorry. I don't know how these got all mixed up, you guys. I do apologize about that. So anyway, this is from Froxy Roxy.
Jen's saying Jen is saying it's hers.
Oh, okay, Jen. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah. And I apologize that I didn't get that in very good context, but what do you guys think? I'll go back to the beginning of it.
Well, I see stepping on toxic energies, behavior, getting rid of haunting maladies, things that haunted your ancestral realm as well as you.
I'm getting the impurity of intimacy. I'm feeling like there's something about the thing that stuck with me, of course, was the nude man under the white sheet. The fact that we already knew it was nude, even though it's represented by this white sheet, there's sort of this sterility to what should be something beautiful, even in death or in life. There's no beginning and no end to the impurity. I feel like something hasn't been worked out as far as either intimacy issues or maybe someone betrayed you or betrayed the intimacy or the trust you might have had in somebody. And that's where the toxins are coming in. Because the idea that the table was supposed to be like, sterile, there was some allusion to that in the beginning of that. Makes me think that there's something that is trying to be protected or fumigated or something to clear it out. And it's just not happening because it's left such an indelible mark on you. Hence you're dreaming about it. So let me draw some cards.
Yeah. A lot of people are talking about Egypt and the death rites also.
Yeah, sure. And the cards I pulled was the sanctuary of running out and finding yourself in a lobby somewhere and not realizing that you're seeking the sanctuary by leaving, but even in this card it's outside, so the crap is already out there, right? And then you found yourself stepping on everything. But, and this is, I just pulled this, but it's the rising energy is breaking the pattern. This is a heritage card, but it's walking up, going forward with a new beginning. It is a new partnership. It is leaving behind what no longer serves you because they're going uphill.
Oh, yeah. Kelly?
Like that. I got transition, which I find is really interesting because he was laying on a table, and I also got transformation. So I really wonder, Jen, if it in some aspects is something that you're letting go of, that you're letting go of, that no longer has a purpose. Because I pulled pulled a purpose that it's no longer serving you, and that the dream was for you to remember. And then the other thing I got was the inner child. So I don't know if something stems to the inner child that you're letting go of, and that you're releasing, and it's transitioning in. But the Scorpio, you instantly go sting. And so that there was something there that maybe had stung you or hurt you, that you're now, if you're not at that place and you don't even know what it is, I think maybe at some point you're gonna realize this is something that maybe you're able to let go of, that it's just no longer serving you.
Yeah, that is Proxy's dream, you guys.
Oh, it is Proxy's.
Yeah. When we're talking about the picture with her.
We're gonna get it right.
Oh,
It's okay, you guys.
great group. Great. All of us are in the same place. I love it.
Yeah. Oh,
Right.
Mary, she gets that you escaped bad memories. Jeff, you pulled some cards, didn't you, dear?
Yeah, basically the same thing. I just want to explain it. I mean, I got
Sure.
charm. This is the Queen of Wands. So to me, this is about you. This is you and the uninhibited and sort of devoted to the inspiration that you do have to do something. But I feel like that was betrayed by what I'm getting above it, because you got defeat, which I think was 5 of Swords. Yeah. So Venus and Aquarius, it was either my way or the highway. And I kind of feel like it was a protection mechanism by you. And I don't know if it's like I think it's more like what Callie said. I don't think you fully dealt with it yet. Like, I don't know if it's just something latent that you know what it is, but I don't know if you know the ramifications of everything it's done to you, because what I did get was beneath it, you did go into some sort of isolation mode, but you also, with overconfidence, I feel like this is Jupiter and Pisces in the tarot. So it's like, this is about something coming in very fast in the dream, like what Callie kind of said, Callie Hiller. And then I don't know necessarily, but I got this idea that you are starting again if you are exploring it also, like what she said, because your outcome card was the Fool, which is start in this deck. And what's kind of cool about this is the mother's throwing her son out instead of falling off a cliff the way the Jester or whatever it is in the Rider Waite does. This one, she's kicking him out on his adventure. So, but I feel like that was spot on.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're like the
Yeah.
old clothes, dressed in those old clothes. They only work if you're really dancing a polka
Right?
on stage.
Yeah, I did get a lot of Egyptian. So maybe past life and
with the scorpion,
and Froxy, I don't know if you're going into healings or helping with people with transitions. And that is a very intimate thing, which Jeff brought up.
Mhm.
That can be so intimate to go in there. And I did pull you a couple of cards. You're in the Divine Sisterhood. So this is something you've done many other times. This is the Dark Healing Chamber. So that is the Chamber of Death. And then the Lunar Queen. So it'll be interesting to see. We've got a new thing coming up with the moon, don't we? Like, is it a full moon that's coming up?
Friday.
Friday, it's a super moon.
And it's a
super moon.
It's like a huge thing, isn't it? Yeah.
And it's the last
Chiron or
super
something.
moon of this year. And I think we only have 2 next year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But it's the last one of this year. So it's going to be, it's intense. I mean, the solar flares have been intense so this is just going to add another good foot on.
I got the reins and I'm pulling back.
Yeah. There you
Buckle
go.
up, Buttercup.
Like,
It's
we
going to
need
be
it.
bumpy.
We need a bigger boat, kids.
We do.
Right?
Oh, hi, Ness. How are you? Hi, everybody coming in.
Hey,
Welcome,
Sally's here
welcome.
too.
Okay, here we go. Um, now I am going to get that one gone, that one gone, that one gone.
Yes, Amanda.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. And I'm going to present also. This is a lot of technical stuff for me, you guys. So please.
You're doing amazing, Terry. You really,
Yeah.
really are. And I thank you. And I appreciate you.
Oh, you're so welcome. But, it's going to be interesting. Okay, there we go. That's it. So, this is from CJ.
Yes.
Hello, beautiful. And this is from Allie that she wrote this. So, hello, beautiful. Sherry and I went on an adventure tonight. We went down the same road that is in my profile picture. This time I caught a beautiful spiritual being in the sky. I believe it is a very special angel, ascended master, divine goddess, Mother Earth. The word mother came to me. Also, notice in the trees to the right, there is something else. For about 20 minutes before this picture, I was having tingles all around my neck and shoulders and shivers up and down my spine. I kept telling Sherry, oh my God, it's like I'm feeling so much energy. My body is tweaking out. Tweaking out. I love that. I was freezing cold, but that's the last part of it that I have. Oh my gosh. CJ, if you can tell us what the rest of it is. These long ones get lost sometimes. So anyway, this is so beautiful, CJ. So I can look and see if I can find it too here.
Well, I need to remark on this image because I had this same image in May of 1996. I had just gotten a clean bill of health from having had breast cancer. And I was ecstatic, and I pulled over to a parking lot and started crying and grabbed my rosary and started saying my Hail Marys. And I looked up into a very clear blue Virginia sky, that mantle blue, and there was Mother Mary. And she had her foot on the globe and the crescent moon and stamping out the snake, standing on the head of the snake. But then she shifted the appearance and she looked like White Buffalo Calf Woman as she's taking a step. And that dust from having turned into the buffalo is walking towards her, like in this part of the photo. And then I saw her as Mary Magdalene. It was like all of the ascended females had come into play, but particularly White Buffalo Calf Woman, Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene. So I commend you for having this vision, and she's with us. She is with us.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is for Jen Bowles. I'm sorry. I was saying CJ. I was giving it the wrong name. Jen Bowles, it is your healing is what Rossi's saying. Yes. And I love Cosmic Orphan. Yeah. Walking down a road can often represent a journey, whether spiritual or life-oriented. Meeting an ascended master could symbolize a longing for wisdom, guidance, or even transformation. It is incredible, isn't it?
Well, and the fact that I know that you have some health concerns. And so, I got it with a clean bill of health for a feminine cancer. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Jen, I feel like this is part of your healing too. Yeah. She goes, Diana, I'm blown away at our connections.
I know it just keeps happening.
Yeah. And And
I'm
Mary
gonna
said,
show you this card I pulled.
"Oh
You
yeah,
guys are gonna like this is it it's almost identical. Can you see it?
I can't. Wait, let me see.
oh wait a minute, let me take that.
Yeah, take the banner off.
There we
please.
go. Sorry.
Oh my
It-
gosh. Oh
I
my
can
gosh, yes.
Is that can you see it okay?
now.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it looks just like it. Yeah,
It's
fit.
just
Oh,
it's just like it. I mean, it looks identical and it says spontaneous awakening and that it was an activation and it was an integration time. And I
Yeah.
also got that it was that you were getting a download and regeneration and that you had requested it a part of your healing journey and that it was something that you needed to observe to
Magician. Yeah.
why but I mean that is just that's just wild. Just
okay.
how amazing. You definitely were meant to see it.
yeah,
I got a
Yeah.
full, I'm not going to go through the whole spread, but I got almost a portal like energy because on top of this is the Nine of Cups again, which is Jupiter and Pisces. I kind of feel like you were being lifted because this is the energy on top of everything. But there's this way that you were meant to see it. But I feel like you've been leading to this point your whole life, is what they're telling me. Because I got the Magician, and then I got the Ace of Wands, which means this was supposed to come in for you this way at this particular time. Only you know what that meant. The only thing that you do have control over, though, is your strength of indifference. And I say strength because you might be the type of person that can easily capture the moment in a rendering artistically, but this is what actually can get you further going along. Because if you I'm hearing imbibe it, drink it, treat it as something sacred, because it's like the cage bird. This is ambitions, the Eight of Pentacles. If you look at it, he's kind of in a cage, but the cage bird sings, and I feel like this is your song to sing. Also, at the end, you've released something. Someone said something about something coming full circle or releasing something. I got the Ten of Swords. So to me, this is the culmination, and there was that element of that blue, that sort of indigo blue, and then that light blue, the sort of marrying of this chakra and the other chakra, the throat. So you've got to speak and you've got to sing, you've got to be heard.
that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's
Love you
beautiful.
too, Jen.
Yeah, so much love for you, Jen. I pulled the Land of Enchantment. So you are walking into manifesting
Yeah.
everything. It's like you've got this. And also I pulled playfulness. So when angels come in and like Metatron and Yeshua and all of them, they're full of joy. They're laughing and they're playing with the energy. And I feel like that's kind of why this is happening for you, because you have that love in your heart, Jen.
Mhm.
You have come around the bend, definitely. So it's just beautiful,
That's
honey.
amazing. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. So, and I'm going to put that up one more time
Yes.
so everybody can see it.
Oh,
It's
oh,
just heaven,
It is just beautiful.
isn't
yeah.
it?
I've saved your picture, Jen.
Yeah,
I need an 8x10
yeah,
Right?
it's yeah.
or paint it. I need to paint it. That's what
Oh, well, maybe we can use it as a backdrop if we can get your, if Jen, if yours, okay. She goes, I'm so thankful. So is this a single appearance or will she be like a guide or something?
I would
Oh.
say she's a guide because
I got guide.
you know
Yep.
she's
Yeah.
honey. She never leaves.
She's got your back.
Yeah, she's got all of our backs. But once this happens, she's always with you.
Start
Yeah.
to finish, start, guide. I say yes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the appearance at Fatima or the appearance of with in France with Bridget. No, what was Bernadette in Lourdes?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whew.
Okay. So, um, okay, we've got that one. And now Allie's here. Hi, Allie.
Yeah.
I'm glad you weren't here. when you saw all my good stuff I was doing.
That's okay. Even people who had the dreams don't know who's in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're all on the same page today.
Teacher Barbara, my grandma passed away in 1989. The other night, my grandma passed away in 1989. 5. Is there any more to that, Teacher Barbara? I'll go back and find it. We'll go on to the next one. Sorry. Yeah. So Jim, we just got your vision. Leah, I had a dream. It was a different kind, super subtle. I was seeing geometric symbols moving into new shapes. It was dark and they were golden. Wow. That's beautiful.
Callie. Were you coding again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's
Let's see, what day did I write that one down?
right. Oh, it definitely sounds like, Leah, you're doing coding in your sleep.
Yep.
That is amazing. Welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Yep. Welcome to the team. It's not in this book. It's upstairs in a different book. I don't even keep track anymore. I just draw them.
Yeah. Definitely coding.
Yeah.
And it being dark and they're golden.
Geometric.
Yeah.
So when you wake, before you do anything, just when you open your eyes, look at the ceiling. Do you see anything there? Do you see a grid? Do you see perfect squares or block shape, or, like a brick and mortar, the way a brick home is built? Or do you see geometric shapes? Do you see stop signs? Do you see a honeycomb? Because depending on what I see on the sky, on the ceiling, when I open my eyes, it tells me whether it's working for others or if it's been a healing pattern for me personally. When I have a honeycomb, I know that it was a rescue mission and I was healing somebody. If I see the grid work, then it's where it's lighting up my body to try and heal something, whether it was from the dream or just something that I'm going through. So watch for those kind of little things also to show up.
Wow. Beautiful. I do feel like you're definitely doing that coding work. And so the dark and the golden and the geometric symbols, I mean, that's definitely coding, but it has a real Egyptian kind of raw energy around it. So I don't know if that well, I know everything means something to you, Leah. You're so connected. But
Right?
yeah, definitely so connected. So yeah, let us know. Oh, go ahead.
I did pull a card and I got reframe. So,
Mm.
you're reframing
Mm-hmm.
the same as coding. You're putting in code, you're reframing, you're reframing stuff. And I also got Pleiadian activation coming together in harmony of the heavens, which that too just it looks like codes and keys.
I think, like as what Callie said, but I also think there's an element of trying to break free of structure, different structures. You're connected intuitively, you're wired that way. So you don't have to worry about it on a conscious level. The way we go into meditation and we get that stuff. Some of us do, I do. But the fact that you can sleep it and dream it, you must have a very, very disciplined and a very, very deep understanding of something pattern wise. In other words, you can break, this is the Hierophant, you can kind of break free of the structure to create a new structure that's divine, is what they're telling me, because there's this element of everything deriving from three, you know, and on and on and on. So it's that element of coding, but it's also that element of reframing that was said by Callie. So that's wonderful. I wish I could do that in my sleep.
Well, I got Illuminate. And then I went to the Beyond Lemuria deck. There's your dragon, Leah.
Ooh la la.
Radical expansion.
Oh, wow.
You got a popper there, calm. So this is like when you go inside and you can, you know, infinite potential, that calm, that type of thing where witnessing awareness comes in. Leah, you got this, girl. Amazing. Just amazing. Okay. Thank you very much, Miss Leah.
Yes, thank you.
I had to post this because I love it. Mary says the best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up.
Love it, Mary.
We needed that. Jenny F. Dream. Following a little girl, maybe 5 years old. She was Asian. Black, short hair, red dress, white stockings, and black shoes. She didn't want to go on stage for a play. Her friends, all with blonde, curly hair, convinced her to go up on stage. When they all got to the landing, there were no rails. The Asian girl fell on concrete steps below, but her legs broke off. Oh my goodness, Jenny. Wow. Okay. Number one, I love her color combination. You know.
Like a little Eloise.
Yeah.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm hearing minority. I'm hearing stereotype the way I think Allie just put in. That's why I feel emboldened to say it. I hear two things. The first thing I hear is that, oh, little China girl. Like there's this element that, like, you know, like a doll that's fragile, trying to play a role or a part that doesn't belong to her in a world or in an area. And this could go for any girl of any nationality anywhere, feeling like the strings are being pulled behind the scenes like a marionette. And then the bottom falls out from under you because there are no guardrails. And yet you're told you have to work around the guardrails and you have to be fearless as a woman. I also feel like this could be fascism. You could have a fear of that going through your head, because the idea that you have to step into a world as a minority or feel as if there's a segregation, and then there's this white hair, you know, but she's got red on, like communism. She's wearing red. So I'm hearing that, but the most important message I'm hearing is just feeling like you're stepping out, and just a fear of performance anxiety. It could be too. But all those other things that are the psychology behind it are informing the dream for a reason. So I don't think any one of them is mutually exclusive to the dream. I think they all play a role in this for you. It could be like 2 or 3 different things just going on externally that are playing a role in the dream. That's what I think.
Well, you know, my cards go along with that. This card came out just as you said the word fascism. And okay, so this is Polish, Ukrainian countries that were affected by fascism.
Yeah.
And then creating a different forward movement, right? And creating something in which you don't feel like this minority. The legs have broken. Now, what are you going to do? You have to fashion something else for the ability to stand. You need another leg to stand on.
Hope. Yeah. The star card. You need a way to so above below too. In other words, you've had the rug pulled out from under you. How do you stand? So above, so as you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And then from the bottom of the dream deck is receive. So there's a helping hand picking up this broken doll. Wow. This is a bit of a stumper here for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Kelly? Oh, you pulled, didn't you?
Well, I did. I got 7 Star Sisters Birthing Creations Tapestry of Life and Expression. And they, you know, the women are all dancing around. And I also got closure. That I don't know, there's something about this dream that is going to bring some closure. But then here's the red. The red comes up, and it's well, the same deck that you're using, Diana.
Okay.
It's the root chakra. So and then with the legs and the red that you know, and it says ground and center. So, you know, that's just kind of stating the obvious, I guess, is, you know, maybe in the time that we're in right now, if you're feeling a little bit wonky, where your legs are wobbly and you feel shaken, that it's really good to ground and center. And then I got commit.
Well, and to go with that, just because I had pulled this card, but when I got the ancestor red fascist countries, I didn't pull out the solar plexus. So this is definitely something to do with your healing.
Your chakras.
Well, and the solar plexus has so much to do with will also. And
right.
And ego. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And ego. And then you're like, you know, we have been like told all these constructs. This is who we are. We are this body. We are to be quiet. We are to follow the orders. We're to work 80 hours a week. We're to buy a house and, you know, take out these loans and buy a Tesla, whatever. Okay. On and on. It's all this stuff that we've got that we've been told. And now we're kind of going off the rails. Like we're going into the woo woo. And that little Asian girl really was probably showing her true self, right? She didn't fit in with everybody else. And that's kind of us where we're at. And we are going off without the rails. And there is that fear of falling. But I pulled some cards for you, Jenny, and it's surrender. So, you know, when we surrender and we're like, this is who I am, this is it, then you find your joy. So I do feel like we're all kind of coming to that right now, and it's smacking us in the head, and we're falling off without the rails because there's going to be a big reset.
And just to add to that expression, falling off the rails, I watched the Ozzy Osbourne induction into the Hall of Fame today, and what's the first song? Ha 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 ha!
I love it.
The rails on a crazy train.
Yeah.
Little Ozzy Osbourne will make you feel better.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. Get that. Keep them away from the birds, though.
And the bats.
Woo Woo Wonderment. I love your name. I had a moment of deja vu today. It's something that happened last night on my live stream that I'm sure I had a dream of a year or more ago. Just lets me know I'm on the right path. That's beautiful, honey.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Right? Janet DC, if you want dreams from the tribe, I had one with symbolism and vibrant color. Unusual for me. I love that.
Awesome.
And I
Jingle
don't.
dress? Were y'all wearing a jingle dress? Because I had a dream of that.
Okay. Rossi. Hey, Rossi. Part 1. Oh, let me make sure I got part 2. Yes, I do. Oh, yay. Okay. I dreamt that I was laying on the ground outside. Then a dog came by sniffing. I moved my head to look at it. As he went away, he was with several dogs. Part 2. One of the dogs looked at me and gave me a huge grin and smiled. In the background, I saw a male lion looking at all of us. I love it when a lion comes in, Rossi.
Well, the coming together of feline and canine.
And the feline for me usually has more of a feminine, because the feline, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that she's smiling, and anyway, a huge grin. Yeah. Oh, it was a male lion though, sitting looking at all of you. Okay.
You
Go
know,
ahead.
you have to be starving in order to do anything, because they rely on the female to go get them their food and raise the children and go shopping at 6 and iron his shirts.
The first thing that I get, Rossi, is I had mentioned this the other day, just about how wonky the energy is, and how to reach into to pets or animals for extra grounding, that they balance our energy to soothe our soul. I pulled a card and I got balanced forces, and then I got the weight of the world. And so it could be that you're feeling the weight of the world, and you wanted just to let go, and these animals came in just to balance you and take care of you, and to, you looked into their soul, they looked into yours, and it was a very healing, calming, balancing, grounding, healing situation is what I think the animals were, because they were smiling and grinning, and it was a safe place.
Right. There was inspiration in this. Right.
Yeah.
And then it was to prepare you for, Rossi, we have that big circular sun, if you will. And there it is again, the yolk and the egg. And then what have you been working on so diligently and definitely succeeding with? Your third eye chakra. And there is Michael the Archangel's pyramid, his blue pyramid.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
So,
I got something a little different. When I hear lions, I think of pride. So then I thought of pride and the fact that dogs are loyal and kind of unabashedly loyal, slobbering, that sort of thing. And it's kind of like the lion was in my mind winking to you, or Rossi, you're winking back to it, saying like, I'm not going to be tricked, or I'm not going to be hoodwinked. I know someone's out looking at me who might have a more killer instinct than, the sweet dogs around me. Or it could be about just acknowledging the fact that maybe you've let your guard down quite a bit and your pride has taken over. Then the lion in a pride of a group of pride, as opposed to a group of dogs, is just trying to remind you maybe not to be so prideful. Because what I pulled was, or you got this is funny, this card, renewal. Look at it upright. The bird, the pure dove, is like taking and all you got is talking heads, basically, with their mouths and the ears. You don't know where they go, so you don't know what to listen to, what message to get. And then, of course, this is the judgment card, but this is about self-judgment, right? So it's kind of hard to listen when everyone is a talking head in your ear or got something to say. And then you have to step back and make a decision yourself. And it was either the pride of the lion, which is what the lion represents, or the loyalty. And you feel like you have to choose between one or the other. It's almost like there's something you want to give of yourself and expose or feel to feel vulnerable. But you can't feel vulnerable because what's challenging you is justice. In the past, you've been wronged. This came in reversed. So this is, obviously not, the scales are reversed with all those things that are trashy in some way or have worn you down. And then you've got the thing you have control over, which is romantic. So like, I feel like somebody pushed the line between maybe the boundaries that you felt comfortable with. And I feel like this dream is a manifestation of that somehow in a romantic sense or maybe elsewise.
Well, and when you had the talking heads, the teeth in the ear, that sort of reminded me of that, the card where it was to prepare, because you got to make a decision, right? She doesn't know what to listen to.
Yeah.
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 And that's what's going on right in front of her, I think.
Yeah. And I kind of looked at it like going with the pack,
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Dogs are such pack animals and domesticated. And it feels good. I mean, they're even smiling at you. And then the male lion sitting, looking at all of you, just being aware. And maybe it's time that we become that fierce protector.
Well, and even though our domesticated cats that live in our house are rather aloof and can go out and get their own food. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
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 It could be telling her she can take care of herself, but she has to choose between the loyalty. She feels like she can't give of herself the way she would want to because she'd be vulnerable. That's how I read it. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's the same, right? It's like receive, like you're ready to receive and divine guidance. So it's all coming into you, Rossi. I do feel like this is a good one for all of us too. Because we are coming to that time where we're not going with the pack, maybe.
Yeah.
And, but we're going to be leaders and leaders of the new pack and just watching. The watching is a big deal. So
The leader of the pack.
I do love that. Okay. And it's 9:14. I hope everybody's okay with the time.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mary Starshine. Vision. Several times I've seen 45 walking towards me in a circle of white light, like a containment bubble. Suddenly, the light expands in all directions and becomes almost bright, blindingly bright. Can I take this first?
Yes, please.
Okay, thanks. So BC was on today, grandmother BC, who's a crystal healer and a partner with Reverend Saul, who's already transitioned, but and still a partner. But she said that she sees an expansion for 45. She says that all of a sudden he's using universal terms like Kamala was at the beginning of her candidacy. And she says she feels like everybody's sending him so much light right now that he might have an awakening. And then it's going to be highly unusual, not what we thought it would be, perhaps, and probably not what he thought it would be, but things might get better, like a lot better. Anyway,
I'll take it.
Right. And if we can just keep sending him love and light and just blinding him with that beautiful love.
Yes.
Love and kindness, Okay. So that's it. That's what I got. You guys go ahead.
Well, I like that you said that.
Okay.
You know, because yeah, that
I got awakened.
I don't want to get, oh my God, yes. Okay. I don't want to get blinded by the light. Geez, the music has been coming to me left and right today.
Yeah. Love does change people, Diane. Yeah.
Receive.
I got and illuminate.
Beautiful.
Wow. I mean, if this is accurate, I say bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and we don't, as good as we are at this, we don't really know what we don't know. All of the things that have to happen before we get to what we see as the end result, right?
Yeah. And then she's bringing up that he disappears with the white light.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's long for this
transitioning.
earth.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I
Alex
think,
said that too. Yeah.
based on the cards I just got.
And I get a heart chakra, and so I'm not gonna say it, but the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that, Mary. That's beautiful.
Well, the first thing I got was the Two of Swords, which is the uncertainty card. He's trying to make this is decision, right? And look what's in it, the devil.
The angel and the devil fighting.
So someone's pounding at the devil, right? And then that's in his own mind, okay? And then at the same time, too, this manifestation of someone in his ear who's still in his ear. It could be someone else for entertainment purposes only. Mm-hmm. He's bought and sold, but he's at a point where, remember when he started eating paper? Look what I got.
Oh my gosh.
Now, that is just senility to me, but it's the Three of Wands, which is Mars and Aries. So he's waiting for his ship to come in. He's laid everything out. He's waiting for some bounties, some good fortune, or he could be knowing that the ship is sailed and it's time to get off this planet. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, this has to be he because he's eating paper. But I think with your containment thing, I think you're seeing a vision of either what people are saying about the light or that there is some other force at work that's going to protect us. That's what I think we're seeing.
And I like that one right there, Jeff, because that's the other thing, you know? I mean, yeah.
That's the 10 of Pentacles. It came in reverse. That's his not just his wealth and his history in the shambles. If that's the case, it may not be. But that's what the 10 of Pentacles reversed is. It could be his legacy on the line and what comes next for better or for worse. What I'm getting is for better or for worse. If this is the two, he's just the puppet. I don't think he's the instrument, and he will continue to be the useful idiot. But we're in trouble, not because of him, but because he's allowed himself to be compromised and he's out of his mind now. So,
yeah.
Well, and this blinding light is his spaceship taking off.
Yeah. Mary says yes, Jeff. Yes.
Yes, Jeff.
I like the enthusiasm.
That was good.
Almost
right?
orgasmic, right?
Jeff. All righty. Okay. Here
For
we go. I
entertainment
love
purposes only.
that. Yeah. I love that. Okay. Thanks, Mary. Let's see. Woo Woo Wonderman. I had a moment of deja vu today. It's something that happened last night on my live stream. I'm sure I had a dream of a year or more ago. It just puts me on the okay. That was the comment. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm kind of going back. Ooh, we're almost at the bottom. Okay. Emily, May I know about the dream I had last night that involved a SWAT team for some
Ugh.
reason? Thank you. Oh, what does the SWAT team mean to you, Emily? To do
Of
something.
the riffraff. Wow.
You know, sometimes those SWAT teams, I mean, they're pretty scary, and there's a lot of scary stuff going on right now. You know, supposedly they're there for our good, but we have to question things now.
I just hear that unexpected, almost like flash mob sort of thing when I hear SWAT team, because then the first thing I heard was lurking in the shadows. Like I feel like there's something that you might not know about, or that you, in your unconscious, you aren't really there yet, as far as there's something around you in your present circumstance daily that is really eating away at you.
She said there was
But
a
you
lot of
feel at any
water. Yeah.
point- you feel at any point it could explode. I don't know if it's the energy of something around you or something, but you're waiting for the next shoe to drop. That's what I hear.
Yeah. And that water, a lot of water, that can be emotions too.
That's
saying
what
first-
I'm thinking too. High emotions, just floods of emotions coming in, and fear. It's that what can happen in the next couple of months, and then in past that, there's I think there's a little bit of fear in all of us, and I think you just got to remember to as cruddy as the feelings may be right now, a person's got to try to have some faith and just keep the peace. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting what Terry said, the floods of emotions, right now. And then they're just being that fear, the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
Well, I pulled from the Trolls Prophecies. And the first card is the Trolls Enlightenment, that there's a decision coming your way, right? And that you have to, let me just revamp here because they're fairly new and I'm not sure what all of it says. You are gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Just don't expect to become a Zen master overnight. Even the wisest trolls have to start somewhere. The other one, though, with all that water that you were talking about, the other one is the Trolls Bridge. And, I don't have to say much about that except to be aware that there could be a horrendous troll under the bridge.
Yeah.
Do you have empty nest syndrome by any chance, Emily? Like, did you have a child or somebody that moved out recently that you're worried about? Because what I got the Page of Pentacles coming in first, and I got the Nine of Swords coming in as a challenge card, like up at night, kind of like the sensation that you want to know what's going on with him. And education comes in with this card in this deck, but it really doesn't. I don't know if he's at college or what, but. And then the Four of Cups, which is boredom, which to me means in this situation, the thing that you're dealing with is kind of like nonchalance, or just kind of a loss of boredom or something like that.
Oh, she said she just moved away from home after her town burned down. Oh,
I'm
honey,
sorry.
I'm so sorry. Away from a toxic family.
Okay.
Oh, honey, yeah, you're going through a lot. Those are some major stress factors. Like the top
Exactly.
10, you really hit them.
Decision, right? the Troll's
Yeah.
Decision, and the bridge.
Yeah.
All that water needed for the fire to put the fire out.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Emily.
Right.
Yeah. We're giving you lots of hugs. It's time for a retreat. It's time to relax, go somewhere for a soft landing, lots of pink light all around you, angelic light, and just have some time for yourself to study. So, what do you want? Who are you? What are you grateful for? Why are you here? So, soul questions, You're just starting college again after dropping out 5 years ago. I love it. Well, that's what the cards say. You're going to be great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You got
Yeah.
that too, Jeff. Study.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
that.
So it wasn't a son, it was you, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. White Dragon, are you still here, dear? I just saw this one. They had visions of a big bonfire in the night, and people were communing with the spirits in the desert.
Wow. Sounds like Burning Man.
It does.
Does.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where is he? No, I don't see him.
Yeah. I do feel like it happened.
Yeah.
White Dragon. Like that's somewhere you go. Oh, that was after Diana's song. Okay. Wow. I totally agree, White Dragon. Yeah. Okay. And then Karen, okay, Karen has something that she wants to say, and then that's it for tonight. Is it Corvin? Corvin. I've been seeing through my eyelids at night. I don't see objects as much as movement, usually bluish in color. Yeah.
Palladian.
Yeah, Palladian, and I feel like also the Raw are in like crazy right now. Man, they're everywhere. That blue and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like a Palladian activation, and
like antenna.
and that crown and that third eye activation, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing to have that all activated.
What did you say you got, Jeff?
And an antenna, or like a cat would have whiskers, as they say, whiskers for a cat are the way that's their antenna to see at night. That's what my mother always said about our cats. But I'm wondering if you're seeing at night these blue things, if you're astral traveling, even on some level that you don't realize.
Yeah. Traveling, and White Dragon says that's the third eye opening up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alignment.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's got the blue in there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah. You might be programming too. You might be another programmer.
Right?
Because you're in the control room.
Oh,
So,
wow.
And the control room is about manifesting too, isn't it? So perfect time to manifest.
Well, and from the bottom of the deck, it was the water, but it's about the overflow.
Oh,
More blue. Wow.
that's so beautiful.
Connection. I think you're well connected to yourself and your spirit, and you might even be channeling yourself.
Your high self.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so interesting. And that's what I was getting from that too, Jeff, before you said that. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I'm feeling. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, your high self came into play all day.
Yeah.
Did you go yet, Kelly?
Yeah, I said that it was I thought it was a Pleiadian activation and the third eye and the crown chakra being activated and an expansion for her.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, thank you all so much for staying here late. Everybody that stayed here watching, and everybody that all you readers and moderators. So
Everybody.
and Allie, if you're still here, go to bed.
Yep.
So, we love
Mama
you.
says.
Get some
Yeah.
rest.
We love you so much.
Yes.
So
Love
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Well,
And
for all
Oh.
of us, it's beyond the mind for all of us, right?
yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, Sal just had a deja vu, a weird one. Yeah. Guess we're telling Allie to go to bed. Oh, all right. Well, lots of love to everybody.
Sweet,
get a good
sweet
night's
dreams.
sleep. Yeah. And we'll see y'all later.